Yeah, we need some lights on the van, please. And we need to do a sound check right now. Vocals, more vocals. Play and the vocals. That's better. It's a little weak. It's a little weak to me, but it'll go. All right, we got 30 seconds. That's gonna have to do, band. Casey, give me a mic check, please. Casey, mic check.
That's on.
All right, there you go. We're good.
Okay, cool.
Yep. And now, the band Futilitarian. All right, that was excellent.
Yes.
Now, those of you that have never tuned into the WB
What's up, dude?
show before, we're
Cool.
listening to the
Pino?
voice of
Good.
Casey sitting there talking to somebody. But anyways, Casey's our host, but he's moonlighting as a cameraman right now, I guess. Anyways, he rocks the White House. He wears green on St. Patrick's Day, and sometimes he sleeps in the doghouse, but he's got a cool green hat on. So anyways, here he is in the house, Mr. Casey Gus.
I'll tell you what, Ed. Sometimes I may sleep in the doghouse. That's because I'm partying at the guest house. That's because it's my last name. And but I always harass the people up at the roundhouse. And sometimes I even hang out in the greenhouse, baby. But anyway, here we are. The name of the band was Futilitarian. I hope I said that correctly. And we have a special guest today. We hear he just arrived. He's here, so we'll take care of we're going to have Bonnie go fetch him. His name is Jerry Ortiz Pino. Did I say that correct, sir? Yes. Okay, cool. Well, he's a New Mexico senator here for the state of New Mexico, and we're going to be talking to him about all the different issues and things and what's going on at the Democratic Convention. I was up there, guys. I was up there. We had camera in hand. We went to every flippin' party there was. Okay, we started off at the Lewis camp, I think, partied over there. Then we went down the hall. I mean, the place is huge, and we had the whole thing. Went down the hall. I hung out at the Danish camp, and I hung out. Oh man, every every party that was going on. Some had bands, others just had liquor, some just had food, but no matter what they had, it was a good party all the way around. And I'm going to edit that footage this weekend, so I'll get it to you next week. But it was a really good time, and we interviewed and talked to everybody, and it was rocking. I want to, one more time, guys, let's give it up for Futilitarian. You guys got to clap too, because we don't have that many guests with us today. But anyway, so, well, I'll tell you what, as soon as I can, I'm going to bring Bonnie on, and we're going to sit down, and I'm going to talk a little bit about what's going on in today's politics and everything like that. So, but about the half hour, actually about 40 after, we're going to get Mr. Pino on. My good friend Mike Swick grabbed me by the neck and said, Casey, you got to get this guy on. And so I looked up his views, and the guy's he's really right on where we need to be here in New Mexico. So we'll find out more about that in a minute. But ladies and gentlemen, if we can get a camera on Bonnie. She is beautiful dress. I think somebody wore that in a Little House on the Prairie. I'm really not quite sure. But I'll tell you what we're going for here, guys. This is the end. This week is the end of the campaign for health care. Okay? The deal is, no matter how you look at it, I'm hearing some positive things about a public option, and that got me excited. They're talking now more public option than they ever did, and that's because the Democrats that are upset with Obama aren't upset because they like the Republican plan. Trust me, okay? Trust me. Do not vote Republican, no. Okay? I don't care how upset Obama made you. Look, he's trying to be bipartisan. That's why we voted for him. We wanted him to be bipartisan, and he's trying. It's a dead end because the other side's not trying back. That's okay, but he is trying. And so remember, a public option at this point, from everything I've heard, it looks like it could still be on the table. And so, and that's why you guys are mad at him, right? Because no public option. It's not because you like the Republican plan, because nobody likes the Republican plan, because it's the same plan that we had for the past 28 years. 28 years, actually. Okay. 28 years. We had it under Reagan. We had it under Bush 41. We had had it under Clinton, and we had it under Bush baby, Bush Jr. W. But anyway, so yeah, so just come on, man. It's look. If Obama's not liberal enough for you, the answer is not to vote Republican. But he's not liberal enough, so I'm voting Republican? What is that? Anyway, so I want to sit down. Here is a good friend of mine. She keeps me in line. I'm so glad that she's with us. She has been the biggest asset politically on this show since we first started 4 years ago. And her name is Miss Bonnie Watts.
Hey. Well, I've always said, so glad to be here. And I don't know if you can hear me or not, but I got my little thing. It keeps disappearing down my dress. I don't know where it went.
You have a special glow about you today, Bonnie.
Yeah, I have sparkles.
Are you
on.
pregnant? Oh, no.
Yeah,
okay, sparkles, good.
Sparkles.
That's why you have that glow about you. I wonder, why does she look so dynamic?
Right. You know what? I got this new little mic they gave me. It keeps going down my dress. It has no clip on it. It has nothing on it in order to speak with. So I might have to stick.
Clip, I wonder.
I don't know. Was it supposed to be a clip on it?
I just, be careful, but hold it like a handheld, I guess.
Let's stick it behind my ear. How is that? Can you hear me good?
But anyway,
okay.
So they can hear you now.
All right, fantastic.
So anyway, so that's one of the issues that we need to talk about, and the economy. There's a recovery bill that we'd like to get through as well. Mm-hmm. So with the recovery bill, okay, and with the recovery bill, green beer,
we can hear.
Okay, green beer, good rock and roll. It's going to be a good show.
We got green beer?
Well, not here. We have to walk down. I'll tell you what. There's a bar right by my house, and I'm going to say the name. I don't care. It's called O'Neill's. When I was 4 or 5 years old, my grandpa lived about where we live now, and my grandpa used to dress up in a green blazer with a green turban, okay, green shamrock pins all over his suit jacket. He had the pipe, okay, and when he died, I got it, but I lost it in the 70s. Don't ask me how, Okay, but I did lose the pipe, but I still have the cane.
Uh-huh.
It's a traditional Irish cane.
Wow.
And he would go, and back in that day, the way they partied, are not the way we party now. He used to swallow goldfish. And I doubt there's anybody in the room. Can we get some quiet on the set, please? And I doubt very seriously that there's anybody in this room that's old enough to remember swallowing goldfish. But that's the way they used to party back in the day.
Yeah, they used to try and stuff as many people in the phone booth. That's before a lot of people's days. They used to stuff as many people as they possibly can to a phone booth. A bug, the Beetle, Volkswagen.
Right. Cool.
Used to try and push as many people, but now, I ain't gonna say what you call it now, but what can I say?
Now we call it a mosh pit, maybe.
Exactly.
Hey, could you imagine having the first mosh pit in a phone booth? Actually, you can imagine even having a phone booth. I haven't seen them anywhere. All the phones they have now are like all freestanding. But that'd be quite the thing to do, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I could see that.
Yeah.
I could see a lot of broken plexiglass, but you know.
Yeah, a lot of broken glass, a lot of broken fingers and hands and all that kind of stuff. What happened to the band?
But right
Did that
now,
band
look,
leave?
Look, guys, they're making the phone calls. The Republicans are making the phone calls too, but so are we. Anybody who's Democrat has got these emails, okay, take the phone numbers, make your calls. Don't let the Republicans tie up the line, okay?
Yes.
Make the calls. It's really easy. It only takes a minute. And all you got to do is say, get me health care with a public option.
Right.
You know, and if the Republicans aren't going to play and we're going to have to do this thing ourselves, well, I say with a public option and single payer.
Single payer, yeah.
Let's go for it, man. Why not? What do we have to lose? They're not going to play. They're not going to do anything but badmouth everybody.
Okay, well, I think we need to go to the interview right now.
Is it that time?
It's
Cool,
that
I'm down with
time.
that. But we only have
I
half
think
the
we
band.
lost some people. Did we lose some people?
Yeah, they're moving
Oh, they're moving the
okay.
cars.
It was a last-minute rush to get to the stage. So.
Oh, okay.
Well, we
cool. Yeah,
appreciate
that's
you
right.
coming.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah,
here,
I
so-
forgot
You know,
about
we
that.
had a rough day today. Today has been a rough day all the way
Yeah,
around.
it's been a rough day for me, too. I've been going crazy. You know, it's like I didn't have... I waited, and it was stupid of me.
Well, you had a band.
I had a band, and I waited for them to confirm.
Right.
And they're really, really young. Young.
Right, and I had another
Yeah.
guest, and then I didn't have a guest.
Well,
but
you know,
we
ladies and gentlemen, the person that refused or accidentally did not show up at the show.
Second
his
time.
Name, what's his first name?
Ooh.
Anyway, he's
Wow, we
Lunar.
forgot.
He's currently the racing
Right,
commissioner.
we got
or
to
in
tell
charge
on
of
him.
the
We're going to
racing
tell on
commission.
him. We're going to tell
Okay.
on him.
We're
Okay.
going to tell on him, you know.
Okay.
Hey,
okay.
Democrats, we believe in
Tell
being
on him.
accountable for our actions.
Yeah. Well, he said he had some meetings that he just
What, the
could
first
not
time or the
cancel.
se- well, the first
Well, this
time
is
he said
the
he was
second.
going to
And the
Texas.
second time,
Okay,
yeah, he did go to
if I-
Texas the first
that's
time.
a strike against him.
Yeah.
I mean,
And then the
Texas,
second,
come
well,
on, give me a break.
I've always heard 3 strikes you out. That's in baseball, right?
Let Bonnie talk. Let Bonnie talk.
Okay, Bonnie.
I'm talking.
She's doing a wonderful job.
I'm talking.
She can out-talk me.
You know, wait. I see some hair. What happened to the hair? You took it out and put it in your
tucked
bag?
it under. So, yeah, he's trying to be more social.
Wow. Okay.
Actually, see, deep down inside, he's the emo kid, but he, you know, he just kind of hides it.
I cry in the closet.
Closet emo kid.
Open my shirts and cry.
I'm trying to wait till the other 2 get up here because I really
Well, who's the drummer?
simultaneous.
This is the
Okay,
drummer.
but he's the first one we need to talk to.
Okay, cool.
go.
Then we
Yeah, you know,
Do it, Sammy.
I do this corny bit. I love doing it. Why not? You know.
Yeah,
Maybe
people
it's
wait.
my deep, dark seated thing. But how long you been beating for it, man?
Since '97.
And how long you been playing drums for?
He got you. He got you.
man. That works every time. It's an old bit, but, you know. And I'm sure people are tired of hearing me say it. But so, what kind of training did you have?
I just took personal lessons from a guy at a local music shop. He's actually local here, Mr. Ken Batat. He's very
Ken Batat?
awesome.
Okay.
Yeah, Ken.
I know Ken.
Yep.
knows Ken.
Well, he knows what's up, and he
She's
definitely.
a jazz singer, so that's impressive.
Oh, well, that's awesome.
Because jazz drums are a lot more.
Intricate and all that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't know what you guys do.
But you were awesome on the drums over there. I was checking you out. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, you had the little drummer boy going on for a while. I heard that too.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. Hold on.
Yep.
That one. Yeah, that was on. I like that. Especially and it. Now here I go. It came in when the head. I mean, Ooh, I got dizzy.
See, this is why.
How do you do it? That's what I
Okay.
was wondering.
There's a saying: if you're too old, I mean, if it's too loud, you're too old. And if you can't do that thing, well, mainly because I don't have much hair to work with anymore, then you're basically you're too old to be doing it. If
Can
we
you
get
do it?
dizzy,
Can you do
Show Casey's hair. Show Casey's hair.
here's my
Show
beautiful
Casey's-
hair, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, that's So anyway, I know I'm getting old, but I don't care. I'll tell you, I'm still rocking. And how many people my age host a heavy metal show, huh? But anyway, so that's cool, brother. We dig it. Now, how'd you hook up with these guys? You know,
Well, I've known this guy since like middle school. So.
middle school. Guys ever do a circle jerk in middle school, man? No.
Nah.
I thought everybody did. I mean, yeah, his buddy's going. Don't tell him. So are you guys like good buds?
I'm pretty good buds.
So you just tear it up at the bars whenever you get a chance?
Did last night.
Did last night, exactly.
Hey, look what we
Last
got.
night? How bad did you tear it up, man?
Pretty fierce.
Were you at the anesthesia show?
No, I was at this other local band show called Ronioso.
Cool. There's a show that I also work on. It's a pretty good show. It's called Albuquerque Answers. And it's on what the heck is it on? I think it's on every other Wednesday. So this Wednesday it's not on, but next Wednesday it's going to be on. And they did an interview with this kid, Justin Wood, I believe was his name, and he's from Warehouse 508. You guys should check it out. They've got a good thing going on for the kids over there, man. I mean, big good thing going on for the kids over there. You know, they got a big venue and all sorts of artsy-fartsy classes the kids can take, you know, and places for them to go get high and everything. It's a good venue. Okay, so let's talk to the bass player.
Bass player's right there.
Okay, I love that hat, man. I love that hat. So it's red. You know, Valentine's Day was like last month, right? Okay. But that's cool. Red is cool. Red is cool.
I'm always like color-coded.
So what you color-coded? Is that your mood? Like if you're wearing red, does that mean like you're just seeing red or
all day?
Walter. And so what's your name again?
Walter.
Walter. Okay, cool. Can you say that backwards and spell it backwards? Well, never mind. Anyway, so now, so tell me, so are you like a guitar player, bass player, or?
No, I started bass. I started playing 5-6 years ago.
5-6 years ago? So what, junior high?
Yeah.
I guess you look pretty young.
In like early high school. I pretty much picked up the bass. Been practicing that ever since. I haven't really tried guitar.
You seem to be the mellow level-headed guy, because these guys were tearing it up last night. Were you with them?
No.
Yeah, so
I'm the busy one.
You're the busy one. Well, that's good. You know, in this field, I'm telling you, man, take as many gigs as you can. You know, get a DJ job, get a job at a production company, whatever you can, music store, whatever you can, to keep the momentum going. You know, to network, because just playing out, you know, 3 times a week or whatever ain't gonna do it. You know, so you guys play out a lot?
As much as we can.
Yeah, we try. Try as much as we can.
So, do you have any gigs coming up?
We have one on the 31st of this month at the compound.
Cool.
And a couple other ones.
There's some ones in May.
I get
I
lost.
like the compound, but their lights mess with our cameras, so
Yeah.
we don't shoot there
Yeah,
very
the
often.
lights kill our
But,
photography.
we'd
so.
like to shoot there, but you know, we carried light kits, man. I'll tell you what, you turn those light kits on at the compound, these kids look like mice. You know, they all run, man.
Yep.
It's a dark dungeony
Lights,
place, that's for
lights,
sure.
You know? Oh yeah, they don't like it, so we don't do that. Because those things are bright. You know?
You guys rehearse a lot?
Not as much as we'd like to.
Yeah. Try to get together at least once a week.
Well, the drummer needs to rehearse a lot, man.
Yeah, he actually just joined the band about a month ago.
Wow, less than
Oh,
that.
wow.
Less than that, yeah.
Yeah, he
Cool.
just recently.
Kind of picked it up, yeah.
So yeah, I heard some stories about your old drummer. Bad drummer, bad. Okay, so anyway, but you guys, you're here and you do it. See, that muscle tone, man, you need to keep that going. We talked to you too much already. Okay, so let's talk to
Guitar?
one of the guitar players, man. Who wants to go first?
He goes first. He's
do it,
A.
Aaron.
I'm A.
Yeah, he's A. We'll do alphabetical.
me.
Okay, so you're A.
Yeah,
Is
I'm
that
Aaron.
what they're
Yeah.
saying?
I'm
It's
Aaron.
Aaron. Okay.
That's Aaron.
Okay, Aaron. So you're a double A.
Yes.
Yeah,
Exactly.
That's
what
cool.
this one calls me.
So man, so now how about you? Any formal training?
For about 3 months, and then I went to Hawaii with my parents, and my teacher was like, "I'm not putting you on my list anymore." So that was the end of my training.
Excuse me.
Oh, okay.
Alive.
That's what happens when you're live.
Yeah, exactly.
Probably the other band trying to get a hold of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really say, hey man, were we supposed to be on tonight? You know, but anyway, yeah. So well, I book so far ahead, it's really hard. You know, if I don't, sometimes I'll call them a month ahead of time. Oh yeah, you guys are up on June, man. I'm telling you now, okay? Don't forget.
No, of course not.
So,
We're on that, like, stuff.
Yeah, so we're bringing you guys back in June. So look for them on the WV schedule on MySpace, whatever you want. Okay, so what are you in this for, man? The drugs, the girls, the money, what?
We haven't had a lot of the three of those, so
Right.
pretty much. Chad and I have been playing music since.
So are you in it for the music? That's the good question.
That's the point. You
Okay,
know,
so you're in it for the music.
all I aspire to do is just play my guitar.
So how
That's
does
what makes me
music
happy.
inspire you?
How?
Yeah, well, you're a thrash band, man. I mean, come on. Let's talk about this. Does it get you hot? Does it get
Gets
you?
me hot and hard, man.
There you go.
Sprays all over that bush.
My son walked up to me the other day and he goes, Dad, he goes, we're going to go, they went to a concert. They go, we're going to go rock out with our dicks out.
Yeah.
And it's like, what the heck did he, I'm your dad. That's something a dad doesn't want to hear. You know, but it's like, well, okay, that's fine, you know, so as long as you're having a good time. And so let's talk to the next gentleman here. How much time we got, you know?
I don't know, about a couple minutes. We got a couple
Okay,
minutes.
cool. Oh yeah, we're doing good.
Yeah.
Yeah, because right now we're supposed to have a mid-show act. I don't know if they have a video for mid-show. We were talking about that, but I don't know if it came of that. So we may have a video here coming up.
Okay,
But
we have
anyways,
two more people in college.
Yeah.
We got
Okay,
two
next.
more people. Yeah.
Guitar player?
I'm the other guitar player.
The other guitar player.
Yeah, my name's Chad.
Okay, cool.
Chad.
So, I mean, do you want to be the other guitar player?
Well, we share the spotlight. We're not. There's not a lead. There's not a rhythm. We're both
There's no
lead.
sloppy
We're both lead.
seconds.
Yeah, we're both
It's
leading
just both
rhythm.
of you out there tearing it up.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, we tag team it.
You're tag team.
Yeah, that's
Cool.
what we do.
There you go. It's like, okay, your turn. Yep.
Yeah, we're
There you
partners.
go. Right on.
Eiffel
So,
Tower, that guitar.
Eiffel
right.
Tower.
Yeah.
So, you know, now, how long have you been with these guys?
I've been here since the birth. Me and Aaron over here actually started playing since sophomore year of high school.
Since sophomore, wow.
So about
How about
6 years now, and only about a year and a half ago we actually ran into Justin, and that's when we started getting the band developed. So we've only been around for about a year and a half.
Sounds like a boy band name, man.
You're not kidding.
Justin
You're not kidding.
Underwood.
But that's fine. Yeah. Justin Timberlake.
Timberlake Underwood.
Yeah. Justin Underwood.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, wait, it was Justin Hood, I think, or whatever, the guy from 508.
Timberlake.
So, anyway, so do you want to give any shout-outs, man? Do you have any
Get
ladies?
Justin. We haven't got Justin yet.
Yeah, you can get Justin
Well,
first.
let's
All right.
let's find
We
out
ain't
about
got that
him.
much time.
Tell me your background really quick.
As far as me playing guitar, I actually started learning guitar in 7th grade. I started with one teacher. He kind of flaked out on me and actually just stopped showing up to music around. But then I ran into Daryl Dominguez, who is actually stationed in Corrales now, and
Wow.
he's taught me everything I really
I like
know.
the way you said that. Stationed in
Yeah.
Corrales.
That's where his studio. That's where his studio is.
That kind of fits for some weird, odd reason. Stationed in Corrales works
right.
for me. You know,
Works for me
because
as
of
well.
the way Corrales is. But
Yeah.
I have a bunch of artsy-fartsies out there, man. I swear. Those guys got artsy-fartsy tile on their patios.
It's true.
You know, they tile everything. They tile the kitchen, they tile the bathroom, they tile the roof, the fireplace, you name it, they tile it. So, anyway, my main man over here says that we're gonna have to cut it loose. So let's hit you up real quick. Now
I want to be mysterious. Don't talk to me.
He doesn't want to be talked
Okay,
to.
well, mysteriously tell me what your name is, and then we can go from there.
Well, on live acts, I go as Ahab, because I introduce the whole band, and I just tend to not give my name. I just say I'm
Yeah,
Ahab.
so are you kind of a pirate?
We'll go with yes.
Yes, okay.
Why not?
Yes is a good one, you know. Cool.
Yeah.
So,
you look like a pirate.
yeah.
I gotta hook people when we're playing live, so
Yeah.
why not?
So now, are you a gamer? Or?
To a point. I waste a lot of time
Yeah,
playing Fallout.
Yeah, he's a gamer.
Well, I can tell by the eyes. Oh, it's eyes.
Oh yeah,
You guys are
he's
gamers,
he's
man.
definitely a gamer.
I don't play that World of Warcraft drug stuff.
Well, that's fine.
Shut up.
That's great. And now I'll let you have the honors. Tell me your background really quick, and then tell us everything that you've been doing and what you're up to.
Not much of a musical background band-wise. I've always sang, in my room wherever I possibly could, and developed screaming when I was actually working at UNM. Because I worked in a really, really loud area, and I could just bellow out screams. And that's just how I really kind of refined my style.
Cool. And tell them the real story.
Yeah,
I fell into a hole, found a unicorn, it stabbed me, I died, then I got eaten.
No, that's not how... He got drunk, violently drunk.
Well, that's how I actually found my initial scream.
There you go. Now
I got violently drunk. Like, don't do this except for tonight. But okay. I was throwing up, and I was still conscious enough to know a little bit about my physical being. And I felt this weird muscle tense up about right in the center of my chest.
Heart, call the heart. Okay,
yeah, it's called a heart.
No, but I was throwing up, and I was like, I was feeling a certain push from this spot. And then the next day, I was just like, I think I was playing Soil Work or something. It's a band from Sweden. And I just figured that I could just bellow out a scream from right in here, and it just doesn't hurt my throat at all.
Okay. Wow, cool. So you realized that you could actually do it.
So I could go for 90.
Scream, you have songs that's just plain scream, like today, okay, especially with the rotating
but he is
and then the scream that was going along with it.
I'm screaming obscenely loud.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, but you are telling us a story, right?
Yeah.
Because some of the older people can't hear the vocals on this stuff, but I'm sure you can, and I'm learning, to hear the vocals. But there's some good message.
We're gonna wrap it up right now.
Hey, we're gonna wrap it up, and I guess we're going to a video or something close.
All right.
And you guys are gonna do another song for us, and then we're gonna hear from Mr. Pino. And since I'm such a wild animal, she handles all the political interviews because they don't trust me. I'm kind of a loose cannon.
You don't have to entertain yourself while the band's setting up. We don't have a video.
All right.
We don't have a video. Let's just go ahead and put up a banner of sorts for the band, and let the band get ready to rock. Oh, I guess we got something.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about that control screen. It's an art. The control, it's really controlled because because you see how far he got that thing in the mic in his mouth.
Right.
You cannot do that and just scream.
When I was a kid, younger, my mom fell apart with something. She had the microphone right.
Can't hear you, Casey.
Doing this. Oh. Well, am I supposed to be talking?
Said you have to entertain yourselves while the band's setting up.
Okay, well, okay, you guys, now remember, I think Rubiksu is next week. I'm not sure. I need to check that and hook those guys up. They're from Santa Fe, and they're really good. Kind of a hip-hop, but they play actual music. It's not really hip-hop. It's really good stuff. You have to check them out. They have a new musical style about them. A little bit of flamenco guitar and stuff like that. So it's pretty artsy-fartsy band, and you guys might like that. And are we ready to go?
I think we're ready.
Okay, somebody give these guys a cue, and I'm going to go play with the lights.
Futilitarian. Hey, how about that? That was Futilitarian. Are you guys going to play us another song, or are we going to go to the interview? It says on the sheet here that you got 2 songs. It says mid-show act, and band plays second song here, so. All right, we're going to go to the interview with Bonnie Watts.
All right. Okay, we're here today with Jerry Ortiz. Why Pino? Now, that's the first thing that caught me was that why Pino?
Well, it means E. It's Spanish for and, so it's Ortiz and Pino.
And Pino?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Well, it just means that about a couple centuries ago, the family started joining both the man and the woman's name together, and they just kept it that way.
Oh, okay.
Like the baseball player, Omar Garcia Iparra.
Oh.
That's the same
Well,
kind of deal.
I read in there that you speak fluent Spanish.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now you're running for?
Lieutenant Governor on the Democratic ticket.
On the Democratic ticket. Now, there was 5 guys up there.
Yeah, well, 4 guys and a woman. State Senator Linda Lopez also ran.
Right. And I had the opportunity to go to the pre-primary.
Were you at the convention? Oh, good.
Yes, I was.
Okay.
And I heard you speak. Very good speech.
Thank you.
Very good. And I mean, it was so many people up there. And I'm telling my age, but, it was so many of us behind you. So it wasn't even funny. It was really nice to see you up there. But you didn't get the 20%.
You need 20% of the convention delegates who vote in order to qualify for the ballot.
Otherwise, you have to?
Otherwise, you've got to do what we have to do. We wound up with 18.8%. So we're a little over 1% short. Mm-hmm. And that was about 30 votes. If we had 30 more votes, we would have made it. We had 331, and we needed 359, something like that.
Oh, okay.
So we're about getting more petitions, and we'll be on the ballot in any case.
So you'll be in the primary?
Yes.
And the primary date is what?
June 1st.
June 1st. So we do need you to come out and vote. Make sure that you read up on Mr. Ortiz.
Bonnie, in the primary, so few people vote that if we can get a significant number of new voters out, we can really have a big impact on it. Right. There will probably be fewer than 12% of the electorate voting in that primary. It's just pathetic. 12%.
12%?
Yeah. So if we could get 3,000 or 4,000 people that don't ordinarily vote motivated to get out and vote, new voters, young voters, disillusioned voters.
Yeah.
If we can get them out, we have a real good chance.
Now, we have a really young crowd, 18 and over.
Yeah.
Started 18. And I know they're not going to sit on their hands and let this election go by.
Boy, it's so important that they get registered and get out and vote.
Right.
Because if they don't, they still have to bear the consequences of the ones that do vote.
Exactly. And you really do need to get out there. You need to go on his line. What's your email address? I thought I had it on here.
Well, we've got our website. It's Jerry with a J, jerry4newmexico.com. All one word, Jerry for New Mexico.
Okay. Now, it says here that you're state senator?
I'm currently state senator representing this area here, District 12.
District 12. Now, you got in on 2004, then you was re-elected in 2008.
2008.
Okay, and, you're a good age, too.
Yes, well, mellowed, let's say.
Mellowed,
we're
yeah.
mellowed.
I was say wine, like good wine. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay, and then
I'm a retired social worker, so
right, that's what
it gives you some idea of the ballpark we're in.
Right, because I was reading in here where you dealt with a lot of children.
Yes.
It says with the poverty line, low education performance, people, lack of affordable health care, housing, drug and alcohol, family violence, and
dropouts.
Yeah,
that's been one of my big concerns. We have a situation in this state that's practically a disaster, and I just can't get enough people angry about it. Half of our young people aren't finishing high school.
Half of our young people don't even get into high school.
Right, yeah.
7th and 8th grade, and I'm going to constantly say it each and every time I'm on the air. 7th and 8th graders, they're dropping out of school at that age.
And if they do, then they don't even get picked up in the official statistics.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because, I was listening to a program the other night about why the educational system is not working, no kid left behind, because they was so much on statistics with the test taking.
Yeah.
That's all they were doing, was teaching our children how to take tests,
And
not
that is
teaching them
absolutely.
school.
And that is so demoralizing for teachers.
Right.
I've been meeting with a group of Albuquerque public school teachers, and they said, we're not teaching anymore, we're testing.
Exactly.
All we do is test 30 days a year. There's only 180 instructional days a year. 1 out of every 6 they're taking for some kind of test or other.
Right.
This is nuts. We
That's
should
nuts.
not be doing that. And that's time that the kids need to be learning. But instead of learning what they ought to be learning in school, they're getting ready for tests, so
Right.
that it'll look like they're learning something.
Like
this
they're
is
doing
upside
their
down.
job.
This is upside down.
It is upside
Yeah,
down.
yeah.
I understand that you opened up you founded 5 high schools.
Yeah, we've been
Charter schools?
Exactly. Yeah. Well, one of them used to be right in this building here.
Did it?
But we've been working on getting dropouts back into school for about 10 years. So I've been working on Robert F. Kennedy Charter School,
Right.
Los Puentes Charter School here in town, Cesar Chavez here in town, the new one at the jail, which is called Gordon Burnell, which has 450 students among the inmates at the Metropolitan Detention Center.
Detention. Oh,
And then 2 in southern New Mexico, 1 in Deming and 1 in Anthony. But they're all for dropouts.
Right. I have a child/adopted son that visited that school in the detention center.
Did he put in a semester or something?
Yeah, he put in a semester there. But it was a good thing, because he had not spent 1 day in public high school.
Oh, boy.
But he took the GED and tested out of the public high school. I'm trying to figure out, now this kid dropped out in 7th grade.
A lot of the dropouts are some of the smartest kids. They're just bored stiff with this kind of, well, you
The
can tell.
education,
Yeah.
yeah.
And constantly taking tests to show what you know how crazy this test taking is. I found out, I didn't know this until this year, 1st graders and kindergartners are given standardized tests. They get these little sheets with the answers, the bubbles, multiple choice.
Right.
They can't read.
No.
But they're taking these multiple choice
But they can take
tests.
that test.
So they're just filling out bubbles at random. This is the height of stupidity, but that's what's going on.
So would your job be, once you get into office as lieutenant governor, trying to turn the educational system around?
Here's the problem. The lieutenant governor job has almost no job description to it.
Ew.
It's presiding over the Senate when it's in session, filling in for the governor when he or she's out of town. Now, Diane Dennish, our current lieutenant governor,
Right.
has made a pretty good deal out of that. She's built it into an advocacy role.
Right.
And what she did, she took payday lending, pre-K education,
Exactly.
positive youth development, and mortgage finance reform, and she's run with them. Maybe it wasn't in her job description, but she used the power of the job to
Right.
of
I
the
had an
position.
opportunity to talk with her about that.
She's built the position.
Uh-huh.
She's made it into something. I would love to do the same thing.
Uh-huh.
I would like to do dropout reduction,
Right.
so the state would get serious about that. Our behavioral health system, which is a shambles. Drug, alcohol, and mental health treatment are going down the tubes.
Yes.
And I would like to do something about the homeless problem, because we've got in this state a growing homeless population, and at the same time we've got lots and lots of people who would like to get into the housing market, and we've lost available housing.
Right.
So affordable and available housing. So we've got to get something going on that market again. So those are the 3 things I would, if I'm elected, those are what I would make my priorities, working on those. Plus the overarching issue is corruption.
Corruption.
We've got a major problem in Santa Fe with corruption. Play to pay,
Yeah.
or pay to play, I guess would be the better way of saying
Yeah,
it.
you're gonna play.
And so, the contracts that we've given out for private prisons, private testing of students, private drug and alcohol and mental health services, and private health care are all based not on who's going to do the best job, but on who has the best connections. We got to turn that around.
That's why I don't understand why people won't go ahead on and vote for that public options or
Absolutely.
Because you don't know that you need health care until you get sick.
That's right.
I had the opportunity to get sick at church one day, and they said, well, we're calling an ambulance to come get you. I said, oh, no, don't call the ambulance. Don't call the ambulance. I did not want them to come. I didn't want to go to the hospital.
Yeah.
Because, one, I had no health insurance.
Yeah.
So why stick me with a bill?
And now half of all bankruptcies are from health health bills.
Yes.
People who can't get out of avoiding the ambulance wind up in the hospital, wind up in surgery. They can't pay the bill, they go bankrupt.
All right, and I mean, the hospital, they with $5 for an aspirin?
Oh, yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah, $30 Kleenex.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. That's
So
right.
we do have to pay attention, and we really have to get up off our, I'm going to say, get the thumb out your butt, and you really have to go ahead on and vote. You have to vote.
And if you don't, you still have to pay the consequences. So you might as well influence
really, you
it.
might as
Yeah,
well
you
go
can't
ahead on and do
escape
something.
it.
Right.
Yeah, that's right.
Right. So you're running for?
Lieutenant Governor. There's 4 others still running, and it's going to be a sprint to the finish line.
And you still have to get those signatures, so don't forget to get it. Come out there and get the signatures. We got some more time. Okay, we got some more time. So what can we talk about? Tell me some of the things.
Well, you want to talk
like
about the legislative session that just ended?
That just ended. Okay,
Oh,
how
what a
much money
mess.
did they spend for those extra days?
Well, it was $50,000 a day,
A day.
And we worked for 4 days. So they
4.
spent $200,000 trying to resolve a budget problem that we should have done in the 30 days. But I'll tell you the problem. The governor had said right up front, here's $200 million hole in the budget. Find some way of plugging it, but don't plug it with the income tax, because I want to keep my legacy of no raising income taxes. So if you don't raise the income tax, what are you left with? You've got the food tax, you've got gross receipts tax, or you've got cuts.
Yeah.
Well, we wound up doing a couple of other things. We taxed cigarettes.
Well, that's
and
a good
smokers,
thing.
yeah, smokers are going to be paying a huge burden of that, 75 cents a pack.
75 cents more?
A pack, yeah,
So
more.
how much are cigarettes now?
Oh, I don't have any
Is
idea.
it
but
$6,
the
$6
tax,
or $7? $7 for a cigarette?
Yeah.
I guess a lot of people are going to stop smoking. Then they're giving that free patch out for it right now?
Oh, they might have to do that.
Yeah, they're giving that free patch out right now, but they're going to start charging for that patch also.
Yeah.
And then alcohol, aren't they going to tax alcohol?
No, alcohol got away this time. We
What?
didn't do it. We didn't do it. And we should have.
Gosh.
Absolutely, we should have done that, because we pay a lot of expense that's caused by alcohol. Not just DWI, but the health care and the people getting into fights when they're drunk and stuff like that.
Right.
The state often winds up paying the bill for that, and we're not collecting the tax from alcohol sales that we ought to be able to cover that.
Wow.
So if we don't do that, then we had to go to something like the food tax.
Yeah, because in Chicago, Illinois, they stopped the food tax. So and here too, it was.
We
now
had
they're
stopped
going
it,
right.
and now we slipped back. We didn't reverse the whole tax. What we did is we let the city and state portion 2 cents. That's back on now, so it's 2 cents.
Okay.
Not the 7 or 8 cents.
Now soda's gone up in taxes, isn't it?
They got the 2 cent also.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Now I was reading in here. At one time, let's say Jerry found that the New Mexico Forum Community Youth Development, which supports positive youth development throughout New Mexico.
Yeah. Do you know Everett Hill? You know Everett Hill?
No, I don't.
He's a young man. He's an African American, former educator. He's the director of the New Mexico Forum on Youth and Community. And what they try to do is they've got programs all over the state that are affiliated with them that work with kids in their teenage years, trying to get them involved in the community, get them in apprenticeship programs, in mentoring programs, helping younger kids, helping doing community service work, but also tackling projects in their community like eliminating smoking, trying to do something about positive sex education.
Right.
They really are trying to get young people involved in the community. That's what the forum is all about.
And it says set policies. What type of policies did they try and set
The
forth?
Lieutenant Governor, Diane Denish, worked with them, and she created something called the Alliance for Youth.
Okay.
And so they meet with her and her cabinet, her children's cabinet, probably 6 times a year, and they make suggestions about things that ought to be done to help young people, ways in which those programs could be improved.
Okay, so we are here with Jerry Ortiz Y. Pino, and he's running for Lieutenant Governor. And if you go on your web, you can look him up at
ForNewMexico.com.
All right, so what you do is get up, look on your web, read about him. I mean, his credentials is long. And it's okay, it's long. So you can read it. I read it today. Get a wise and understanding on who's running for office and do that choice. Bye.
Thanks, Bonnie.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bonnie. That's a good interview. Thank you.
Okay, we'll sit here and
All right, those are good interviews. And now we're going to go back to Futilitarian.